Hello beautiful people, this is Zarel again and welcome ulit sa panibagong vlog which we can learn something. Of course, we need to learn something kasi kaya nga ito ginagawa eh. And my guest for today is a strong, independent woman, someone who's outspoken and ready to share her knowledge and opinions to the world. Let's know a bit of her. I'm welcoming Miss Mia Magdalena. Hi po.
Hi Zarel. Thank you.
Thank you for saying yes to this vlog. Salamat po.
Thank you for having me, Zarel. So, well, it's not often also that I get the chance to speak to your generation. Wow, matanda na rin ako. But I'm glad that I have the opportunity to share whatever I can.
Thank you. My very first question is, ano ba masyadong serious? Gawin
Question
natin
agad!
casual muna.
Okay.
Who is Mia Magdalena growing up po?
Growing up, I grew up here. The audience may not be able to see it, but we're in Betag. It's in kilometer 6 of La Trinidad, in the salad bowl of the country. And I was born in Baguio City because that's where most of the hospitals were, but I grew up here. I went to school in SLU, so St. Louis Lab. I spent a year of high school in Benguet State, which is right across, and then went back to Girls High and finished psychology at SLU. So growing up here, it was fun. I enjoyed my 1 year at BSU because I was able to make friends of the people who are from Trinidad talaga. And many of them are my friends until now. And it is where I learned to speak Ilocano. Before that, gamin nga ikot, Tagalog lang and English. English here at home and then Filipino at school. And for the first time, we joined actively in scouting and we were able to go hike around the whole valley. So until now, I enjoy walking also, hiking, adventure. I love adventure. And it was fun here. I also learned to drink.
Dito rin sa lugar na.
Dito rin sa lugar na to. Alam ko yung stock farm, alam ko yung jacks. Yes, neighborhood Jacks talaga yan. Oo.
Naabutan ko pa.
Dapayan bago naging kainan, inuman din. Ngayon iba na. Cowboy town naman ngayon ang meron dito. And kapitbahay lang namin. Yun.
Now that we know something, a little bit, just 2% of her life, no? Kasi kulang naman ang isang araw pag diniscuss niya lahat. People from the Cordilleras or mainly here in the highlands know that you're so outspoken, lalo na sa social media. And even sa Twitter, even national, pag nagtutweet ka about your opinions on politics, nagkakagulo. I mean, nagtitrend siya. Saan mo nakukuha yung gigil and the guts to share your opinions?
I have children. I have a daughter and a son. And I want them to live in a better world from which I live in now, where social injustices sana do not happen as much as they are where we live, and where your vote is sacred, and where every person's voice is heard, and where rights are respected. I wasn't always like this. When I was in college, I was happy-go-lucky. Although in Girls High, we were socially aware naman, and we also participated in rallies. We made our voices heard. And that's Girls High for you. The ICM sisters, really, they take stands talaga when it comes to social issues. And perhaps it started there. So there was no fear for us to go out and let our voices be heard. Kasi we were among many. And then in college, I didn't join. I wasn't active in any organization in school. I took up psychology. I was not a student leader. I wasn't an honor student. No, even in high school and elementary. Sabi ko nga, award ko lang nung elementary, best in reading.
So parang ikaw yung
Grade 3.
bata sa klase na tahimik lang.
Hindi naman ako tahimik, pero hindi naman din ako achiever.
Okay.
Hindi ako yung type A personality na go, 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 you have to be the best. That was still college. Right out of college, I got married immediately. And I had my children, started working. My husband then would not allow me to get any allowances from my parents. Talagang kami lang. Kung ano ang
Super
kaya namin,
independent marriage talaga.
yun lang.
Yes. Okay.
So, in terms of principles, prinsipyo, values, marami din akong natutunan sa ex-husband ko in terms of that, which we hope that we have passed on to our children also. Doon siguro ako namulat. Lalo na nung panahon ni Erap, our daughter was what? 1-2 years old lang. Pero we joined the rally in Baguio to oust Erap because of the plunder issues. And from then on, I found my voice. So I became active on social media around 2015 onwards.
Oh.
Oo. Dati ang Facebook, pang ano lang, pang post ng ulam.
Tama. Oo, mga 2
Di pa nga uso yung selfie.
Yes.
Pang post ng birthday picture,
Yes,
pag-greet ng birthday, ganon. Or pag-connect sa family na nasa abroad. Ang Twitter ko noon, that's just where I read news. Pero nung bandang 2015, medyo nag-start ako dun na I got exposed to friends then who write, who are authors, who are artists in the media, and it widened my perspective. So, doon nag-start. Hindi ko naman in-expect. Hindi naman ako yung tipo na mag-tweet para sa clout or
Yes.
magpo-post para sa clout. Eh kung ganun, di ba't may mga nang-aaway? Kung clout din lang bala yung habol ko, hindi naman yon. Pero yun nga, di ba, we're there to share our thoughts. And kung nagiging viral siya at nakakatulong and it makes people think,
And rethink.
and that's good. So there, that's how it started.
In your chosen opinions and your truth and facts about politics, saan ito nanggagaling? I mean, why do you choose the other color? I mean, we know that in the Philippine politics, ang daming kulay. Why is that?
Well, beyond color, I'd say na I always try to walk my talk. And if I say na we should tell the truth, we should treat each other fairly, we should help those who cannot help themselves, we try to help those who cannot speak to say what they want, di dapat consistent ako. So, regardless naman kung yung nakita kong tao na nangangailangan ng tulong ay kung ano man ang kulay niya, hindi naman dun based yung
Yes.
pagtulong natin.
Yes.
Kaya yung issues ko naman cuts across politics.
Beyond politics.
It's beyond politics. It's like, I like what Mia Magdalena says na, we focus on good governance. In the same way that Leni Robredo tried to practice that too, transparency in government. That's why she was awarded by the COA several times. So yun, kung ano yung nakikitang best sa kanila,
Yun yung
yun ang
pinaglalaban.
i-emulate natin.
Okay.
Yun ang ipaglaban natin. At huwag natin ikahiya.
Yes.
Dahil hindi naman lahat mag-a-agree sa'yo.
I
Oo,
know.
Not everyone will like you. Di ba sabi nga sa quote, hindi ka pizza. Hindi ka mamahalin ng lahat. And okay lang yun. Okay lang
That is so
yun.
okay.
At sana'y kung meron mang disagreement, ay pwedeng pag-usapan ng husto. Yun naman yung marka ng pag-grow, di ba? Pag-mature. Pero kagaya niyan, Beneco, lahat naman kahit sino naman binoto mong presidente.
That's the point.
Kung nakita mo naman na mali yung ginagawa dun sa Beneco, ipaglalaban mo. Regardless kung sino yung binoto mo.
Here in Benguet, we have issues on our, alam nyo na, baka narinig nyo niya sa mga news about Beneco, our electric cooperative. And Miss Mia here is an
Advocate?
advocate on the MCOs, yung mga consumers, member consumers ng Beneco. And I'll let her explain briefly, kasi malamang kulang nga yung oras dito. Briefly about the issues of Beneco.
Okay. So what happened ba in Beneco? So in Beneco, the former general manager retired. So after he retired, he was replaced by engineer Melchor Licoben. So how did that happen? Well, one is there can be people who will apply for the job, or the second option is there is a succession plan. And this is by law, This is by law. So ang pinili ng Beneco, panahon pa lang ni General Manager Versosa, is to do the succession plan. So namili sila among them, tapos yung si Assistant General Manager Licoben, siya nga yung siya ang napili, at there was a plan to eventually appoint him through the board of directors. So, klaro yun sa lahat. Lahat ng board of directors, there were 11 of them, they signed that. And that's why in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, GM Licoben took the position. He took over. Everything was fine until suddenly here comes somebody who is not qualified and not capable to run an electric cooperative, who suddenly applied and got the blessing of NEA. What is NEA? Yung NEA is yung National Electrification Administration. Ang work ng NEA, i-regulate niya ang mga electric cooperatives, bantayan niya para gawan nila, they will do their work properly. Ngamhaan na nga trabaho, nga ibaga no sino ti agboss dita, sino ti ag GM dita, sino ti apay.
Wala siyang karapatan.
Wala siyang karapatan na mag-appoint. In the same way na, let's say, Dole cannot appoint the manager of SM.
Yes, that's a very
the
good example.
there. So NEA, nag-overstep siya. Hana nga role diay. Iso nga in laban tayo. Nagrigat gamin ta syempre NEA gobyerno. Ti pagarap ti daduma, na inarami ti gobyerno, dagos-dagos correct.
Yes.
Kat in this instance, haan, naawatan ti MCOs ti Benguet. So they did not allow it to happen. So Marie Rafael came in August 2021. She came to Beneco in South Drive, showing the paper from NEA. And she insisted to take over there and then, and they didn't allow it. There was a board meeting. Just to be courteous to her, they allowed her to have her office in the Dumul Hall while everything was being settled. But eventually, they had to close Beneco. Ta pandemic nga ron.
Yes.
They closed it. So everybody, no one was allowed inside. And then eventually, that happened, the October 20, the armed, October 18 pala, the armed takeover at night, 3 a.m. Marie
At the main office.
At the main office, Marie, together with Project Supervisor Mayo from the NEA also, and 50 armed men, they entered Beneco. So it was very traumatic for the employees. They didn't enter. Now who wants to enter with guns around? Eventually, napang kami, Shaq and other MCOs, we stood our ground. And on October 20, 2 days after, together with the employees, we marched to South Drive. We took over South Drive peacefully. And until now, yun pa rin ang pinaglalaban natin kasi even if Marie Rafael is not there physically, papatinapay lang nga to take over the money, the bank accounts, when in fact she's not doing anything for Beneco. She's a headache for Beneco. Imbis nga focus da piman ti trabaho da, ada gamin da kiti cases nga na i-file. Pagkikit din ti apan supay nga effort kuma and time and money. So until now, we're still doing our part in defending, protecting Beneco.
Why do you think that she insists?
Well, for one, Beneco is worth 4.3 billion pesos.
Now I know. Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a big,
lot.
yes.
Yeah. Yun pa lang.
That's just one reason.
Salivate sila sa sa Beneco, over Beneco.
Yung mga pending cases ba is to remove her or?
Well, there are several pending cases. There's the one in the Court of Appeals that was filed by General Manager Licoban against Marie na saying he is the GM, not her.
Bakit kailangan na may mga cases
Simple lang sana,
simple
no?
lang na
Kasi,
siya naman.
Oo. Actually, may dalawang pwede sanang mag-resolve niyan. Yung isa, kung si Nea sana, i-withdraw niya yung appointment, tapos na sana.
Okay.
Kaso hindi ayaw Parang nagmamatigas din sila, natama sila. Pero Senate mismo, Congress mismo, lahat ng LGUs dito, Baguio and lahat ng 13 municipalities, they gave their support for GM Licoben.
Yes,
and
yes, I saw
yet,
that.
ayaw. So, isa yan, Nea.
Anong meron? I do not
Number
really
2,
understand.
Court of Appeals. Now, kung mag-decide sana ang Court of Appeals, and hinihintay na natin yan anytime lalabas na yan. At sabihin si GM Licoben, malaking
It's the
din yun.
rightful, yes.
Oo, may excuse me na si Marie. Pwede siyang mag-appeal sa Supreme Court, pero malaking bagay ang sabihin ng korte na si GM. Meaning yung by law, siya talaga. And yun ang hinihintay natin. Ay kung sanang pagsabihan mo lang si Marie, di dapat matagal na siyang nawala, di ba? Pero wala She's stubborn. And why? Her motives for doing it? Well, as I said earlier, Beneco costs a lot. And imagine what you can do if you are managing Beneco in terms of elections, in terms of,
Connected lahat.
yes.
Maybe some people are thinking na you get feedback like money. Alam mo
Oo.
naman ang mga utak ng ibang kababayan natin. May money bang involved dito?
Ay, sa pagtanggol namin?
Yes.
Or even me personally, wala.
Kahit piso.
Wala. Ang maganda kasi dito sa Beneco, cooperative siya. Tinining ti cooperative kat kwa tayo. Kwa ti members. Katnuhan nga isakit ti members ti Beneco. Sino pa nga ti mang isakit? Kasi yun yung isa na linalaban natin. Co-op siya. So nga dapat no co-op data bayadam J share capital. So yun yung 500 pesos minimum.
Yes.
Pero 2,000 pesos yung required para subscribe siya or para talagang legit ka na member. Oo. And yun nga, that means we have a share in Beneco. Ay sos kwarta. Haan, awan, amin dagijay napan ij Beneco, idi October, idi to take over. Awan, siguro, ti happiness mi lang ijay kat, we all got together and eat the lunch that was provided. But there is no money that is given.
I hope I was there.
We do not sell our principles.
Yes. Ayan na, malinaw, napakalinaw.
Oo. May nagsasabi tig 500 daw kami. Hello! Ay, ure, magna kami nga apan si South Drive. Kas kada magna nga agawid, kakadwa kami naganas. Diyay. ownership. Bagi tayo. Apenghan tayo nga ilaban.
No, bagi na bagi. Bagi tayo amin.
Bagi tayo.
Yes.
Bagi ti ibangat. Bagi ti ibagyo.
Let's go deeper. Char.
Okay. Di pa ba deep yun?
Oh, actually, napaka-deep na yun dito sa Cordillera.
Okay.
Do you have any regrets in life so far?
No regrets naman. Mistakes, yes. Mistakes. Lahat naman tayo may mistakes, major, minor. We move on, we learn from them. And we become better people. And if there were people that we hurt along the way, we say sorry, and then we do not repeat what we did. So, in terms of regrets, wala, kasi I wouldn't be me now if I did not go through those mistakes before. So, why should I regret them?
What do you think are the biggest misconceptions about you?
Isa rin, red tag ako.
Red tag.
NPA ka no, my goodness. The NPA, hindi nga, kastoy ka kwa. Ada ti NPA, namhaanak na NPA. And there's nothing wrong about speaking for your rights, for fighting for your rights. And that's called activism. If you ilaban mo nga, dapat ti pamasahe kastoy lang. Dapat ti presyo kastoy lang. Inga tuyo ti sweldo mi, tahan min nga kaya nga gatang timakan. That is activism. Di pa nagdepensa ti Beneco, that is activism. But that is not terrorism.
Yes.
So, people have to be able to delineate that. And it's the easiest thing gamin to say ngay tata nga pangdadaol ti tao. Taadutihan nga makaawat nga. Di pa nagsaukot. That's not bad. So, misconception I don't know you. What were your misconceptions of me? What did you think I was? Tapos hindi.
Nabalik sa akin yung tanong.
Yes, Zarel, go ahead.
Misconceptions. Wait lang.
Go ahead, don't be afraid.
I mean, napaka-straightforward mo in some bad ways. But now I know it's not. You're straightforward sa mga positive, a lot of positive sides. Yes, I think that's my misconception. And parang nakakatakot. Parang pag kinausap mo, I know, baka kunanakit dinan. Very no.
I think it's important that you also listen to people. So, even me, when there are things that I say on Facebook that others might find very shocking or ano, and then they send me feedback, I take it into consideration. So, although really I am outspoken, and I was filed 2 cyber libel complaints, one by Marie and one by Marlon Bosantog, the former NCIP regional director, and they both lost. So, it is sacred in our constitution, our freedom of expression, within bounds, within limits. And I am very aware of that. And although I may be outspoken, I do my best also not to overstep.
How do you handle bashing?
Comes with the territory. Talagang, siguro if you raise issues na medyo sensitive or it goes against what's usually happening, you'll get bashers, even with Beneco. In Beneco, most of the people naman, they are for Beneco, but there are also people on the side of Marie. And there are several who are very noisy on Facebook, and they hide behind anonymous accounts.
Yes,
and they have done a lot of bashing na hindi focused sa issue. They will attack you personally. They will make stories about you. They will dig up your past. They will use your children, and that's the worst kind of
I hate that.
where
really
they threaten your children, or they say, "Did you know that your mother is like this?"
Yun na yung wala sa limitations.
Wala talaga.
It's not bashing anymore. Parang
No,
Iba na yun eh.
it's not debating properly. It's just downright thrashing and character assassination. And so far naman, I've been able to overcome it. How? By sticking to the issue. We stick to the issue. And if they use arguments that are faulty, yung logic nila is wrong, like they use apples and oranges to compare, or they use their appeal to pity, then we point those out. And mas lalo silang naiinis. Mas lalo silang naiinis kasi you're able to find the weaknesses in their arguments. But that's the way it goes. How else will I dispute what they say if I do not point out, hey, my past has nothing to do with the issue of Beneco. Let's focus. So these are the facts again. And then I said facts. And in other issues, it's the same way. It's the same way.
And one thing na na-observe ko kay Miss Mia is yung mga pag sumasagot siya ng issues sa social media. Ganda ng pagkasulat. Parang may writer siya. Sinong gumagawa ng mga yun? And of course, related on and based on facts and truth.
Siguro naman sa pananalita ko, ma-obvious naman din na kaya ko rin magsulat. So my mother-in-law who owns this place, she raised us to be readers. So since I was young, I've been reading.
Now I get it.
I get scolded even because imbis nga I'm washing the dishes, I'm
Babasa ka
reading.
na.
When and it started from that. So perhaps I have a good grasp of English, and that's why I also prefer to write in English. But in order to reach more, I try to write also in Filipino and Ilocano. Or ano wrong grammar. Padasok ta. It's always that. It's always we stick to the facts. And that's what we present. And we try to do it in a witty way.
Yes.
Because if it's so serious, people will not listen to you. It's more challenging on Twitter. Because you're limited to how many characters lang. 180
Parang wala pang
characters.
isang paragraph doon.
Yes. So, yun then. It was good training for me.
Okay.
Twitter.
What will be your advice to the youth of today?
Advice.
Yes.
Authenticity. You be authentic. Ang daming makikita mo na be like this, eat this, wear this, think this, or this is the news. Stay true to yourself, stay true to your roots also. It matters that my family is close-knit. So
That is important.
Yes, it's important. It keeps me grounded. My mother, my children, my sisters especially. There are 4 of us girls kasi they keep me grounded. And the clan, the Kapuyan clan, we're really close. And and it's okay not to have a lot of friends, but it would be good to have a few friends whom you can trust and who you know will not share your screen caps or will not share your
That is
convos.
important right now.
Yes, because
Kasi pwedeng balitan yun ng pera, screenshot.
screenshot naging pera and people you can really trust. And siguro few lang yun sa buhay mo, pero maswerte ka kung mahanap mo sila. Hold on to them. And be authentic. Be kind.
Always.
Be kind, even if sometimes it's hard, especially when people are not kind to you. Still be kind. And we don't always have to post about our kindness. We can help people and not have to post about it. And those are the most precious moments. Laugh.
Often. Yes.
Laugh often. Wake up and say thank you. These are so basic, but they matter a lot. And don't let what others think about you mess up your mind. And if there are times that you will need help, you go and get it.
Sana pumasok yun sa kaluluwa ko. Yes, I need that also.
And one more thing. Success, ano? How do we gauge success? It's not always money. It's not always even graduating. Some people, they graduate, then they take up another course, and then they find themselves. Or some people, they graduate and do something totally different from their course, and then they find themselves. So, it's never too late to find yourself.
Yes.
It's never too late to reinvent yourself, and you can do that. And on your journey, I wish you the best. And if you make mistakes, that's fine. Cry, get up, wash your face, put on your makeup or put on your best clothes, and keep going on.
That is so nice. It's an orgasm to the ears. Oh.
To the ears, to the
Yes.
soul.
And here is the last question.
Oh my gosh, ito na yung make or break. Guys,
Ay, hindi naman. Parang
Or Miss Universe
nailaw tayo. What will you say to Miss Mia Magdalena right now?
one of my names is Maggie. That's what they call me here. I'd say, Maggie, keep doing what you're doing. And if you hurt others, say sorry. That's the reminder to you. Be kind to yourself. Keep helping others.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Actually, marami pa, pero wait lang. Marami pa next time para sa ibang videos naman yun, diba? Or, pag sa comment section, ask whatever you want to ask. Maybe we can do some videos soon. And na-realize ko after doing these videos, I mean, pag sa starting, pag parating ako sa location, sobrang kinakabahan ako. But right now, alam mo yung patapos na bitin and na-prove ni Miss Mia na hindi ako nagkamaling pinili siya ngayon. Because ang dami kong natutunan, because at the end of the day, I admire her for speaking out.
Thank you.
Iilan lang yan sa mga kapatid naming Cordillerans. And she speaks out based on truth, on facts. And sana let us open our hearts and minds, lalo na pag nabasa natin yung mga headlines, tas may issue, tas may nag-post katulad ni Miss Mia. I-open lang natin, let's do some research para naman maintindihan talaga natin yung ating mundong ginagalawan.
Thank you, Zarel.
Thank you po.
Thank you, and I wish you all the best. I hope this will be the start of your career, a better career in vlogging, and that you get to help more by sharing the stories of people like me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I said this is a memorable experience because that was the time I felt the son of a poor family. But what can I do? That was my situation. What came to my mind was to study very well in any recitation or quiz that will be given, examination. I had to defeat that woman who did that to me February 14 of 1965.